Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tiger Tank 12, however you want to call me, and I almost forgot that I was recording right now. I probably have to cut the first part out and get right back into the intro. So, what do I have for you guys today? Today, we have a little gameplay in my RU251 present, and we're looking at it right now. It's the map Live Oaks. I think one of the only few North America maps that come to mind right now. Like, this is the only North America map that comes to my mind right now, but I think there are maybe a few. But this one should depict some kind of North American settlement and open space. But that's not the point which we want to cover today. We do not want to talk about maps. We have made quite a lot of, at least I've made quite a lot of videos about maps and the variety and the missing variety and all that kind of stuff. Today I want to talk about passive scouting. Let's look at this tank. The RU251 has a few characteristics that make it an excellent scout. You have a top speed of 70 kilometers per hour that makes this tank the fastest vehicle in the game, and you have the beautiful profile that is so little that you can have amazing camo rating on this vehicle. And the very first thing that you will notice why at least why this position here, or passive scouting, is so effective in this tank right now is that because if you look at the map Live Oaks, you can see that there's a city part, there's an open middle part where there's a swamp that is very, very inaccessible. You get spotted very quickly, and you have no cover, very, very bad spot. Then you have the tracks right here that lead from one base to the other base. So this should allow for some dynamic kind of gameplay, at least for the heavy tanks to go into the city, you know, steamroll the tanks in the city, and the lighter, the faster vehicles to go down this track here and steamroll or just, you know, battle it out over here with ridge lines and all that stuff. The lack of cover on the track line makes it very, very famous for, you know, artillery barrages. Like, it's one of the spots where you get RD'd quite a lot. But still, the dips and the ridges allow you just some very, very good hull down play. And what you can see me doing right here is, since we didn't have any single tank going down the south to the tracks, I decided to actually stay back here in these bushes right here. And since I have a camo rating of over, I don't know, I think from Wargaming's point system, I think I have over 700 points in camo rating, and I'm using a premium consumable plus 10%. I am so well hidden in this spot that no one can light me up, not even that Batchat 12T, who is actually right next to me. Just, I think, 100 meters. This tank is so well camouflaged that he only lights me up at 98 meters, and I'm not really even behind the bush, I'm in the bush. So I am the bush, I'm the bush Wookie. And you can see in a very short period of time, and since I had great support, that is another very important aspect of scouting and passive scouting, is the support that you need in the bag to be able, you know, to deal the amount of damage or get the spotting damage. Since if nobody's shooting these targets, well, it doesn't really bring you anything if you're spotting them. At least your team knows where they are, but you're not doing anything to help your team taking care of these tanks. And you can see in those like 3 minutes that we played there, I received 6,000 I got 6,000 spotting damage, 562 damage in total, and you can see that we pretty much decimated almost all the vehicles that went to the tracks. Now, why am I showing you guys so much scout gameplay? Well, I've been working on quite a few tier 10 scouts, tier 10 light tanks, the Rheinmetall, I'm not sure what it is called. The top German scout obviously being my target, my goal, and that is why I'm playing so many scouts. I'm not really playing a lot of matches. That is why the few matches I play are most of the time light tanks battles now, and I do enjoy the gameplay so much that it's just a lot of fun for me to be running around. It's very, very dynamic, and I just started to grind for the British FV215B 183, and it's the biggest hell, or like the worst place I've been in for a very long time, because they are so immobile, they're so slow, it's just no fun at all for me, especially since I love these fast vehicles, these really mobile ones, and I just don't have that kind of that flexibility in my tank destroyers. So yeah, there you could see a little preview of, you know, being a successful scout. Sometimes it doesn't have to be this aggressive kind of gameplay, this aggressive kind of running around that I've shown you guys previously in other videos. Sometimes sitting in the back, just sliding the tanks will give you the much better advantage. And you can see right here, this game is actually getting quite close. We do have like a two tank advantage, but you can see artillery and the STRV 103B, they're taking care of these tanks quite quickly, and I'm just racking up on this assistance damage right here. So yeah, obviously I cannot be disappointed with this game. 7,791 spotting damage, almost 8k, and yeah, that just shows you the incredible power that this vehicle actually possesses if you can stay hidden, if you are playing the cards right. And it's not too difficult to get a good spot, you just need to know the map a little bit. If you know places, if you know the location of certain bushes, you will be able to inflict a lot of damage on the enemy tanks, because all your team mostly needs is just lights and maybe a little bit of support sometimes. Do not, like, if your team needs a supportive tank and you're still scouting, you're still spotting, and they really need someone to actually actively like participate into battle, you have to do that. You just need to know when to switch your roles from a passive scout to an active scout. That is one of the really important things that you need to learn when you're playing light tanks. I hope you guys enjoyed this little commentary gameplay video. If you did, comment, like, and subscribe, and I see you guys in the next one.